Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It's good to see everybody here. The sun's broken through, and looks like we're going to have a nice afternoon. I got in the car this morning, and it was 2009, and when I got here, it was 1982 all over again. I feel like I got in the Wayback Machine. I was 6 years old in 1982, which kind of shows the amount of time that's passed between now and then. And even though I don't maybe personally remember Terry Branstad's record, that doesn't mean he doesn't have one. And I think during his primary campaign, and then should he make it through in the general election, he'll have to explain that record to hardworking Iowans. Just a few of those items on that record I'm going to highlight here today. As you can see, we have a lot of our friends here with terrylovestaxes.com. And that's because Terry Branstad raised the sales tax twice, raised the gasoline tax, and also raised business taxes. Those taxes hit hardworking Iowans. Now, we've made a lot of progress since 1982, I'm happy to say. Under Governor Culver's leadership, Democrats the last few years have been able to raise the minimum wage, make sure more kids have access to early childhood opportunities, and also cover a lot more kids with health insurance. And I think that's really the contrast that we're going to see should Terry Branstad make it through the primary. His record of raising the sales tax, gasoline tax, and business taxes, and Democrats under Governor Culver's leadership of helping hardworking Iowans, give them the support that they need, and providing a fiscally sound budget and fiscally sound tax policy. With that, I'd like to introduce someone who did serve when Terry Branstad was in the State House, Mike Gronstal.
Thanks for that introduction. Thanks for all those references to age and you being 6 years old when I first started in the Iowa legislature. I've been in the Iowa legislature ever since Terry Branstad became governor. So I've been there, I've seen a lot of it, and I'm here today to tell you it would be a mistake to go forward with Terry Branstad. As you all know, he just announced up the street that he's running for governor. He may have equivocated a bit on the words, but everybody knows today was his announcement that he's running for governor. And I got to tell you, I was there in 1982 during the campaigns. I'm knocking on doors in Council Bluffs, Iowa, winning a seat that a Democrat wasn't supposed to be able to win, going around knocking on doors, talking to people, and Terry Branstad was kicking the heck out of Democrats for taxes. He was saying, gee, if you elect Democrats, taxes will go up. All across the state of Iowa, every door I went to, I had people asking me, is our candidate going to raise taxes if they're governor? Terry Branstad talked against taxes all throughout the campaign, and then I remember in January of 1983, at his first budget address to the Iowa House, he asked us to raise the sales tax in the state of Iowa. He asked us to do what he criticized every Democrat for the potential to do. He asked us. The first thing he asked us to do was the opposite of what he campaigned on. Now let me flash forward 24 years to Chet Culver. He gets elected. Before he's even sworn in, 2 days after the election, Thursday morning, over at one of the state office buildings in the transition office, we sit down, the legislative leaders, and meet with Governor Culver, Governor-elect Culver. And he says, we campaigned on raising the minimum wage. I want that to be the first bill, and I want it by my birthday. And that's what we did. That's what we did. That's what we did with Governor Chet Culver. He campaigned on raising the minimum wage, and we delivered it to him by the end of January. Delivered the bill to him, and he signed it on his birthday. That was the right thing to do. Keep your campaign promises. Keep what you talked about on the campaign trail. And Governor Culver did that in many ways. But now, you know we're in tough times right now, and I suspect part of Governor Branstad's message is that you need somebody with experience. Let me tell you about my experience with Governor Branstad cutting budgets. 1992, very tough times in Iowa. We're trying to get the budget balanced. And the governor comes into a meeting after the regular session. He's going to call us back into special session. He calls us into a meeting, and the first thing he wants to target is foster care. the programs that serve the most troubled kids in the state of Iowa is first on the chopping block for Terry Branstad. And second was Medicaid. Programs for senior citizens to keep them out of nursing homes and actually save money, and programs for kids to get glasses from optometrists. Those are the things he proposed to cut to balance the budget in 1992. Well, for hardworking families like these folks behind me, the guy they need by their side in tough times is Chet Culver. So Terry Branstad does have a record. I was there. Let me say one other thing. I remember, I just remembered this. I remember, it's in they leak it to the press the day that he's doing his speech about it. He's going to ask for the sales tax to go up. And I do remember a direct quote from former Governor Ray, who he was about to take Governor Ray's place in office. Maybe we'll wait, although this may not be that newsworthy. So the papers are talking about the fact that Governor Branstad's switched courses. He's no longer against tax increases. He's now for a tax increase. And they asked Bob Ray what he thinks. And former Governor Ray, I remember hearing it on the radio, I'm driving up to the Capitol, says, "It's a wry bit of irony." I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure everybody here gets it.